Hey, it's Doris with Aldi Books, and I'm here for a hashtag currently reading. So we got a little bit of very minor life updates here. We've got 4 books that I have finished, the books that I'm still currently reading, and the books that I'm going to be reading this weekend with a little readathon action going on. So let's hit it. First up, the elephant in the room. Yes, indeed. I have officially, as of 3 days ago, hit the I need a haircut phase, but it's all good. I know how to use ponytail holders, and I even know how to French braid. I might pull that trick out of the bag one of these days. Stay tuned. Last week, when I was doing Reading Rush vlog, I went with a reading bookish themed t-shirt weekend, and it was fabulous. I misspoke. I told you I only had 4 bookish t-shirts, but I have done an inventory during the ordering process to supplement my bookish t-shirts and found that I have 2 more that I forgot about. So I have 6. I've ordered 2. So a week and a bonus day in case one's, in the laundry. We're good. So this week we're going with the green t-shirt theme. Stay tuned if I need to order green t-shirts. Save the bees, right? This is my favorite. Except I also have a Lucky Charms one. That is my favorite too. And today I'm out of gas for the lawnmower, so I have to go to the gas station. And if you don't think that's exciting, you are crazy. I am stoked to go to the gas station. Anyway, the books I've finished, Follow the Rabbit Proof Fence by Doris Pilkington, aka Nugi Garamara. I 100% enjoyed reading this book, and I vlogged the experience, so I will link that vlog below. This one was for Aussie April, and it is focusing on these 3 cousins, sisters, as they call themselves, and their journey. They were taken from their homes during this time in Australian history when Indigenous children, especially of mixed heritage, were taken from their homes to be raised in schools. Very sad time, but these 3 escaped and walked a long way home. So beautiful story. I really enjoyed it. I would have loved for it to have been longer. This was kind of a condensed, abbreviated version written by a daughter of one of the original children. So I really liked that aspect. And then I finished this trilogy by V.E. Schwab. So number 3 was A Conjuring of Light. I think the first one was A Gathering of Shadows, which is the name the trilogy goes by. These are adult fantasy fiction, and this was exactly what I was looking for. I've been wanting to get into more adult fantasy and loved it. So the series is set in London, but it's, fantasy London. So there's 4 alternate Londons. There's the not exactly central, but central to the story, London, which is a place where magic is alive and well. There's Grey London that has no magic. There is White London where magic has been overused and it's skewed in a dark way. I see some societal themes here. And then there's Black London, which is magic has sucked it dry and it's kind of a black hole, so to speak. And then there's, you know, one brand of magician, the Ankari, who can travel between all 4 Londons, but they're the only ones because the doors have been shut to everyone else for reasons. And at the start of our story, there are only 2 Ankari. So you got to read it to find out more, but I absolutely 100% enjoyed that. Also, 100% enjoyed Things in Jars by Jess Kidd. I find her an absolutely delightful writer. Her words are just charming, so charming. So this one, also set in London. I think this one's more Victorian London. And we have our main character, Bridie, who is a bit of a private investigator, let's say, and she specializes in looking for children who have special abilities. So the child she's looking for in this story is sort of a mermaid. Learn more as you read it, but it's just fun and whimsical, a little bit of a dark edge. Delightful and charming is what I say, and I'm sticking to it. I love it. I love it so much. And the other one I read was Chasing Cassandra, which is the 6th and final in the Ravenel Regency romance series that I've been reading with Heidi and Katie, and it just made me happy, friends. I listened to it, I guess, in a 24-hour period. I just left my buddies in the dust, but it just made me happy. And, you know, I think we all need a little extra happy these days. The whole series, the friendship groups and the family groups are just so kind and fun and supportive and quirky, and they all have their individual personalities, and there are animals that also have their fun, quirky personalities, and just the interrelationships among all of these side characters is just heartwarming. So good. The first 2 in the series, the romantic relationships was a little off. The 3rd one was much better, and then the 4th, 5th, and 6th, really, I just loved them. And I will link Heidi's recent currently reading video below. She does a great job of describing the book and everything that she says, yes. As well as, well, this book. And another book. So 3 books I'm talking about here, or maybe 4, maybe this one too. She's talked about in theirs in very succinctly. And so yes, check out Heidi's video. Anyway, so the books that I am still currently reading, and I am not going to really, I'm just going to give you a couple sentences on each, if that much, because I've been talking about them for a while now, a couple weeks at least. And my reading rush vlogs, I'll link those below as well. I mentioned all of these in there at some point, so check that out if you're interested in hearing more. But we have The Invention of Nature by Alexander von Humboldt. Well, it's about him, sorry, by Andrea Wolf. This is about an awesome environmentalist back in the 1800s. Then we have The Farm in the Green Mountains by Alice Herden Zuckmeyer. This one is translated by Ida H. Washington and Carol E. Washington. This is another nonfiction piece about a husband and wife and their daughters who ended up moving to Vermont from Germany via, was it Switzerland? Anyway, they were forced out of Germany right as World War II was starting, because he was a playwright who wrote works against the Nazi regime. And it's just delightful, delightful about farm life and being an immigrant and, you know, little bits just about the times they were in. Highly recommend, especially if you are trying to read more for the Read German books this year. This one as well is not translated from the German, but is about a very famous German. And then Fiebre Tropical by Juliana Delgado Lopera. This one is an LGBTQ work, Colombian / Miami, Florida. Still absolutely delightful, although it is finally reached the poignant stage. The first half was completely hilarious. Lots of bad language in both English and Spanish, but used very creatively, which I find endearing for some reason. And then The Feast of the Goat by Mario Vargas Llosa. This one is focusing on Trujillo, the assassination plot against him, and I would say the plight of women during the time. And I'm not loving the reading experience, but I am very much valuing the content, and the reading experience is growing on me. I felt like chapter 9 was very pivotal, but stay tuned because I'm just almost at halfway with this one. So the jury is still out. And then Foreign Soil by Maxine Benaba Clark. This is a short story collection by an Australian author, and it focuses on immigration. I am finding all of the stories extremely well written and powerful. They just, some of them land well for me and some of them do not. So the jury is also still out on this one, right around almost halfway there as well. And then I am listening to Mr. Flood's Last Resort by Just Kid. This one on audiobook, and yes, this one is a woman who sees saints, and she is a home health care worker, I would say, working in the home of an aging hoarder, and it's a bit of a murder mystery. Funny because I buddy read Things in Jars with Britta Bowler, and she felt like that one had a little bit of a darker edge, and I'm feeling like this one has a little bit of a darker edge, so I don't know. So I am really, really hoping that I can finish those up this week, because I've been reading them too long, but I mean, I'm really enjoying them. So I don't mind taking so long, but I have plans. That's what I'm saying. I have plans. So I want to finish those up because this Saturday is Dewey's 24-hour readathon, and you know, I don't really do that because I have to sleep. My mother will tell you, Doris has to get 8 hours a night. But Lindsey from Lindsey's Bookish Life. I swear there are too many books in reading on BookTube. I will link her below. I'm sorry, Lindsey. And Kazen from Always Doing, I think Kazen, but Lindsey and I have hatched this plan that we are going, well, Lindsey hatched the plan and I refined it. Or did I? I don't think I did. It's all Lindsey. It's all Lindsey. She's even got the pages tabulated, I think. But We're going to read Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and try to get our 24 hours in over a 3-day weekend. You are welcome to join us. I think Lindsey's calculated that she wants to read 1,000 pages in the 3 days. So I'm game. I'm game. And I want to make it obviously we're vlogging, obviously. And I want to make it my Aussie April grand finale. So I want to finish all those books so I can start a fresh pile of Aussie April. And for that, I have Geraldine Bricks, People of the Book. I have heard this book has been recommended to me countless times. If this is not a 5-star read, I'm gonna be depressed. So really looking forward to getting to that. I have Dark Emu by Bruce Pascoe, Aboriginal Australia and the Birth of Agriculture. This is the other one that Heidi is reading at the moment and mentions in the, is she my reading days? Too many reading in books, it confuses my mind. Anyway, this is a nonfiction, and she says a little more academic, so it reads a little slowly. We'll see. And then Beautiful Revolutionary by Laura Elizabeth Willett. This is based on that cult where they drank the Kool-Aid, I think. Reverend Jim Jones. Been looking forward to this for over a year now, thanks to Jacqueline from 6 Minutes for Me. So I think this is going to be the priority. And then Boy Swallows Universe by Trent Dalton. This one is supposed to be amazing too. All over BookTube last year. So my game plan, these 2 books alone are almost 900, like 850 pages. And this one is 230. So if I could finish those 3, that would be the 1,000, that would be almost 1,100 pages, I guess. But like I said, Heidi said this one reads slow. So I definitely want to try to finish those 2 and start this one. And also start this one and hopefully finish it by the end of April. Because I'm hoping these 2 are like pacey books and we'll read faster. This one I believe is probably more literary and this one more academic, so slower. Anyway, so yay, Aussie April. We're still in it. We're in it to win it. Yeah. So thanks so much for watching, and I will be back soon. Check below for links to videos. Bye.